Hello, this is Kylie from Hello Crafter. Today I'm sharing a quick video with you to show you how I made this simple Christmas card, and it features a technique that I call faux embossing. So this background is created using punched shapes, punched out the same colour card as the background and stuck down so that it looks a little bit like it's embossed, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I have my card base, which is just a A5 piece of card folded in half, and I have two very vanilla panels here, one slightly smaller than the other. And so the larger one measures 9.5 centimetres by 13.8 centimetres, and the slightly smaller one measures 9 centimetres by 13.3 centimetres. So it's half a centimetre smaller on each side. So the smaller of the two pieces is what I'm going to use to build up my background. I've punched lots of bauble shapes out of very vanilla cardstock using the Gleaming Ornament Punch Pack, and I've got around about 6 small ones and 6 large ones. I've also punched some baubles out of the brightly gleaming designer series papers, the speciality papers. It's got this lovely copper foiled effect on those. The first thing we need to do is glue our bauble shapes down onto this card panel. I'm just using my normal Tombow liquid glue for this, and the only thing I need to really consider is the placement of the first bauble. So I'm taking one of the large ones, because I'm going to have a feature bauble on my card, like so. I just want to place my first bauble down where I want that feature bauble to be positioned on the card. So it could be right in the centre, or I've done mine just slightly off centre. So I'll stick that down where I want that feature bauble to be at the end. I put that up there. And then we take the second large bauble and just glue that down about half a centimetre away on the same level, and then we'll just have a little piece of that bauble just there. I might just trim that in half just so that I don't have as much overhanging. I just need to be careful about where I put my glue so that I haven't got too much glue coming off the side of the card. So I'll just space that out around about the same distance apart. So that's my first row of baubles glued down. So in between the gaps I've got the small baubles, so I'll just glue this one just in the gap here, and another small one next to it, and then I'll have another one hanging over the edge. So again, I'll cut that in half. I'm trying not to use too much glue because I don't want any glue sort of spurting out and making a sticky mess. So in the gaps above, again, we need to put these small baubles. And I can use this little piece here for that bit. And then back to the larger baubles here. So I can trim some of that off. And again on this side. I might have a little gap just on that side, just there. And then I've got just a couple of little gaps to put the bottoms of these baubles on, and that just sort of fills any gaps to make the pattern look quite even. I think that should do it. So don't worry about anything overhanging, and again be careful not to use too much glue on this stage so that you don't end up sticking your panel to the table. So if you flip it over, and this is probably easier when the glue's dried a little bit, but we can just use our scissors and just trim off anything that's overhanging this rectangle panel. Hopefully you haven't got too much glue on these bits. And then there you have your background. So all we need to do now is glue this down onto the second piece of vanilla cardstock. Just line it up right in the centre with an even border all the way around. And then that can be glued straight onto your card base. Again, right in the centre. Okay. So if you take one of your baubles and glue that right over the background bauble where you place that first one. So also we can punch out the top of the bauble, just the top bit from this metallic cardstock, and we have a little top bit for the bauble. So the card looks great as it is, or you can add a sentiment. I've stamped the Merry Christmas from the Christmas Gleaming stamp set, which coordinates with the bauble punches, and I've stamped that onto a piece of vanilla cardstock, and I'm just going to cut that out to add onto my card. So I think I'll just stick that just here. So there's your finished cards. I've also done another one in a darker colour so you can see the difference, and it works really well in any colour, but the copper stands out so well against this Night of Navy. And I hope that inspires you to give this technique a go. You can use it with any punch shapes or die cut shapes, and any colours, just tone on tone. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you soon.